Hello everyone, good afternoon. Welcome back to my channel Learn English. And today we'll be learning how to write a perfect email or an electronic mail, which is a life skill included in your writing skill section. So it is very important that we know how to write a perfect email because this is the most commonly used service on the internet today to write personal or professional mails, and it has humongous advantages over the paper mail. One is the instantaneous speed, and the second one is the lowered cost, including your internet connection. So, without wasting much time, let's get started on how to write a perfect email. Let's quickly discuss the introduction. Electronic mail or email is the modern and one of the most commonly used service on the internet to send personal and professional messages to one or more recipients using a CC or BCC tools. We'll be learning more about CC and BCC in the coming slides. An email has replaced the postal services by having the facility of attaching documents and photos and even spreadsheets for that matter. The two main advantages over paper mail are the speed, which is practically instant, and lowered cost, which includes your cost of the internet connection as well. So, hands down, an email is the most modern and widely used service because it has the tool and facilities of attaching documents and also sending the email just by the click of a button. So, let's learn how can we write a perfect email. So types of email we all know. It can be categorized into two types. One is formal, the second one is informal. A formal email can be written to companies, government departments, offices, school principal or teacher, and an informal email can be written to families, relatives and friends. So like we write our letters, similarly we'll be writing our email. However, the format of an email is a little different from that of a letter, and that we will be learning in this presentation. There are different kinds of communication, namely verbal, non-verbal, written, formal and informal. Now in the written communication, we have formal and informal that we have already discussed in the previous slide, where a formal communication is written to government departments, offices, schools and colleges, whereas informal communication is written to parents, friends and relatives. We also have a verbal communication, and examples of verbal communication are or can be categorized into oral, which is spoken language, and non-oral, which is written language or sign language. Non-verbal communication is often facial gestures like laughing, crying, coughing, or body gestures or body language. So moving on, it is of utmost importance that the student follows all the do's and remembers the don'ts for writing the perfect email. Email etiquettes are the most important etiquettes that you need to follow while writing your email. You need to have a clear subject line, which means, in short, the recipient or the receiver would know what you're talking about by reading your subject line. This is what is required when you will be sending your email to me during your examination. Use a professional salutation. So, dear sir, dear madam is required because you're writing a professional email. Recheck your email, which means proofreading. You need to recheck if all the etiquettes are in place, if your subject line is written, if the email address typed is correct. If you have to CC or BCC someone, you need to check the required email ID for that. You need to send the attachments and check whether you have sent the proper attachments. Keep private material confidential. Keep your email short and flawless. Stay concise. So that means there is no room for mistakes and you need to be as concise, as brief as possible. Right to the point without talking of worthless things. Check your attachments before sending. Include your name or a signature with additional details and contact information. This is of utmost importance. How to write a signature we'll be discussing in the next slide. Don't use humor and sarcasm. Don't assume that the receiver or the recipient knows what you're talking about. That is why we have the subject line in place, which talks about what the subject is, what the email is all about. You need to punctuate properly. Don't hit reply all button if you have to reply only to one concerned person, because that will cost you your job. Don't think that no one but the intended recipient will see your mail. So don't predict that only the recipient whom it is intended to will read your mail if you have hit the reply all button. So you need to ask for permission in order to forward an email. So these are the etiquettes which you need to remember while writing your email. Meaning, uses and basics required for an email. An email is one of the most commonly used service on the internet, allowing people to send messages to one or more recipients at the same time. Email was invented by Ray Tomlinson in the year 1972. Why use email? There are two main advantages over paper mail. One is the instantaneous speed, and the second is lowered cost. Let's discuss the email basics. For your email to stand out, you need to make sure there are no sloppy mistakes, poor formatting, or casual language used in your email. Your email needs to stand out because of the content. You need to use readable font, which is 10 or 12 point size in your mails. And you need to have a professional email address, which would be a combination of your first and last name, or your first initial and the last name. So in the next slide, we will be discussing the template required for an email. Email template. The email template lists the information you need to include in the email messages while you search for a job. So the template given here is a guideline to create customized email messages to send to employers and connection. So a subject line, which is the most important factor in writing an email, should be clear and concise. The subject line is basically written to summarize why you are emailing, and some of the examples can be discussed. For example, application for marketing associate Jane Smith. If you are applying for a job for the post of a marketing associate, and if your name is Jane Smith, you can write your subject line like this. Or if you need an informational interview request, or if you want to thank your employer for arranging an interview, so thank you, marketing associate interview. Or you've been referred by a person for an interview, you can write referred by XYZ for informational interview, discuss XYZ, etc. Next comes salutation and paragraphs, which is similar to those of a letter writing. So salutation, you need to write an appropriate salutation, which is Mr. Dear Mr. last name, or Dear hiring manager. Then let's discuss the paragraph. Your first paragraph of your email should include information on why are you writing the letter. You need to be clear and direct if you're applying for a job. Mention the job position or the title. If you want an informational interview, state that in your opening sentence right away. Your middle paragraph, that is the next section of your email, should describe what you have to offer to the employer, or if you're willing to ask for help, what type of assistance are you seeking for. Keep it concise and flawless with relevant punctuation. Next is the final or the concluding paragraph, where you will conclude your email by thanking the employer for considering you for the position, or your connection for helping you with the search for the job search. Next is an email signature, which will require your first and last name, the email address, and the phone number. The sample is shared on the present slide. So here the name, for example, is James Sampleton. His designation He is the sales and marketing director. This Wizgets.io is his website, and these are his phone numbers. Okay, so this is how you will write your signature. Your signature should include your full name, your email address and phone number if you do not know your company yet. So students, you all can write your full name, the first and last name, the email address and any fictitious phone number in your answer paper. What is CC and BCC? The most important tool that you need to know while writing the email. CC is the abbreviation of carbon copy, and in olden days, before the invention of internet and email, in order to create a copy of the letter you were writing, you had to place a carbon paper between the one you were writing on and the paper that was going to be your copy. Just like the physical carbon copy, CC is an easy way to send copies of email to other people. So if you have ever received a CC mail, you would probably notice that it is addressed to you and list of other people who have also been CC'd. What does BCC mean? BCC stands for blind carbon copy. Just like CC, BCC is a way of sending copies of an email to other people. The difference between a CC and a BCC is, while you can see the list of recipients when CC is used, that is not the case with BCC, and that is why it is called as a blind carbon copy, because the other recipients won't be able to see that someone else has been sent a copy of the email. So in order to keep the data private, a BCC is used. Format of an email which is required in your examination paper. You need to write to an email address, the email of the recipient to whom you wish to send an email. Next, a subject line is of utmost importance. Third is your salutation. Fourth is your body of email, which will have 3 paragraphs consisting of an introduction, the body and conclusion. Fifth is courteous leave taking and closing. And sixth is your signature, wherein you will write your name, designation and contact details of the sender. So the most important is to, how is the email different from a letter writing? Here you will not have to write the address in a block format. Here you will have to write the email address along with the subject. Everything else remains the same, and the sixth point will hold important, where you will have to write the name, the designation and the contact details of yourself. Let's discuss a sample email. The question is, write an email addressing all the students, informing them about the fair and the charity fair that is going to be organized in the school to collect donations for needy people. So your answer will be, you need to write a to, which is the email address of the recipient. Okay, you can use the tool CC if you want to address to one or more members. Next comes the subject. The subject here will be, charity fair is being organized for West Delhi street dwellers. Dear all, we are pleased to inform you that the charity fair is being organized by St. Joseph's School to collect donation for the poor and homeless street dwellers in West Delhi. This event will be held in the school playground on 28th September 2020 between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. So the first paragraph is practically tells you to the point what is it all about. So there's a charity fair organized by this school, and the purpose of the charity fair is to collect donations for poor and homeless people who reside in West Delhi. The event will be held in school premises on this day and at this time. So you are requested to take part in the fair and make generous contribution to this noble cause. So this is where we are pursuing, where the students are pursuing other students to take part and be generous while contributing. You are also invited to put up various stalls for the fair with innovative games and activities or healthy food stalls. Any kind of contribution in cash or kind would be accepted during the fair. Thanks and best wishes Archana Arora, Secretary, Student Council. So this is called as a email signature, wherein you write your full name, your designation, your email address, and your mobile number or your telephone number. So important points to keep in mind is the recipient's email address needs to be written. If you have a CC, you need to write those email addresses as well. Your subject line has to be clear and concise. Your entire body of the email should be in brief. You need to thank the receiver for reading your email, and you need to write your email signature wherein it consists of your full name and your designation. Let's discuss email sample number 2. You need to write an email informing the office bearers of a school science society about their meeting with the principal to chalk out details about the forthcoming science fair. So your answer will be the email ID. If you have a CC, then email IDs of other staff members concerned, if any. Then you need to write the subject, meeting of the science society on the upcoming science fair. Dear all, I hope this mail finds you in good health. As you know, we have decided to organize a science fair in our school on the occasion of National Science and Technology Day. To chalk out the details of this event, our respective principal has conveyed a meeting in the conference hall on October 12, 2020 between 2:30 p.m. and 4:30 p.m. Being the office bearers of the Science Society, you are requested to attend the meeting. Please feel free to contact us for any inquiry. Regards and thanks, Rahul Chandra, Head of Department Science.